All right, welcome everyone. My name is Paula Phillips, also known as Journal Artista, and it's Wednesday night over on the Journal Artista channel. It's 9 p.m. Eastern. I usually start at 9 p.m. Eastern pre-chat, and then at 9:30 we start to do some art and just do some business over here. All right, get my chair situated. I need a plug. Hair dryer plugged into what? Hi, Lisbeth. Hi, Josie. Good to see you. Hi, April. All right, where is my hair dryer plugged into? My heat gun. I need my heat gun tonight, not my hair dryer. Ooh, I washed my watercolor bowls. All right, but if I unplug, let's see, if I unplug this, I don't know what I unplugged. Didn't affect my computer, didn't affect that. Hey, Laura. All right, let's make sure my heat gun works. My jelly plate is still in the bath. No, I lied. The plate's good. I cleaned the plate. The plate's out of the bath. But my stencils and my brayers, I'm talking layers and layers. Yeah. I had to dump it and then put more uh, new water and new Murphy's oil soap in it. So today I ventured out for the first time in 7 weeks. Went to Shoppers Drug Mart and the Dollarama. That's right beside it in the thing. They didn't have. I specifically wanted some fun foam from Dollarama, but I couldn't find any. Maybe it just wasn't in that particular one. But wait. All right. Lord, this on Amazon. It's a Medine one, Amazon Canada. I think it's $20, $18.99. But it's not good if you do a lot of watercolor. You know, you're doing a big wash, right? Like these wells are tiny. But for me, that likes to do little swatches and little things, the wells are perfect, and it's ceramic. This one was just from. This one was Dollarama, $1.50 from the Dollarama. But I love that glass plate. I've had that for a few years. It's gorgeous. So I went out today, went to Dollarama, Shoppers, came home, did a whole bunch of business. So I don't know. I'm going to leave this on recording, but I think it's no secret. I think you guys can tell that I've been struggling more in the past couple weeks than I've had in a while. I'm doing a telehealth thing and all that stuff, but I've made a decision that with my mental health, it's serious enough that I need to go to the ER, not the psych ER downtown, in CAMH. I don't know if it depends on when Simon gets paid, if I go tomorrow or Friday. I don't think they'll admit me. I'm not, I have a lot of mental illness and challenges, but suicide ideation hasn't been one of them. So I'm blessed about that. But CAMH, it's the Center for Addiction and Mental Health in Toronto, downtown Toronto. It's like the Canada's leading, I don't know Canada. It's definitely Ontario's leading mental health research center and stuff. So it was where I was diagnosed, and unfortunately, because of the times and because I don't have a family, anyway, long story short, it's the only way that the only option I have right now to get the help that I need the most. So, like I said, I don't think that they'll keep me, but maybe they will. So if you remember my story about CHS and everything, 6 months ago, that's what they told me to do 6 months ago. And I thought, You know how it is, or maybe you don't know how it is with mental health. Um, I thought I could control it. I didn't want to stop smoking weed. I don't. Anyways, I can't. CHS is serious business, my friends. I'm starting to feel sick again. Not a full-on attack, but the reality is, I've been working CT and I'm working all these other tools. But the reality is, there's a chemical imbalance in my brain, and no amount of CBT therapy or I know I need just like if I had diabetes or if I had any other type of illness, I need my medication. And I think the past couple weeks, because I was managing it pretty good for a while, but these past 2 weeks I've been off. I've felt this a steady decline, and and my anxiety has gone. The past 2 weeks with all the protests and everything, my anxiety is just absolutely. It's really affected me. I mean, COVID-19 affected me big time, and then adding this on top of it, and I'm struggling. I haven't done any art in about 2 days. But I haven't been on my meds in a very long time, and I called telehealth again, and to get the immediate attention what I need immediately to get back on my medication because of my current situation with doctors. And anyways, I will have to do that. So I'm not a little, I'm very scared to go downtown Toronto to a psych ER, but I have to take care. I have to take care of me. And I said to, I went out with my mom today, and I said to her that I if I can already like see I have mental illness, but I'm cognizant enough to know that I'm feeling the decline, and if I don't react right now, like take a I mean, going to psych ER is a drastic step. If I don't take that drastic step right now, I could have lost everything I've built up. Hey, Glenda. Um, this past month and a half. So uh, I know they have the right programs and everything, and what I need there, um, I could be there for a very long time, like waiting, right? It's an ER, so I could be waiting for 4 to 6 hours. Obviously, I'm not a suicide risk or anything like that, so I'm not a high priority. Just like in any ER, there's triage, right? So I know that I might be there a very very long time, but hopefully, like I most likely I'll be going Friday. I'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully everything will be okay, and I'll still be able to stream on Saturday. I'm not using my new computer camera yet because I have to buy a couple of apps, actual pay for the apps, and it's the end of the month. And you guys, we talked about the envelope system and all that. So I'm a cash only person, so the cash is out till payday, so I have to wait till I get paid. So I apologize for that. Um, yeah, you guys talk, and I'll be real, right? I've still here's the thing. Even when I left. And you know what, guys? I know that me talking about this, my subscribers go. I mean, I know I have all these risks, and I've really come to the terms in the past month that I am here on YouTube, not for views, not for subs, not for whatever. I'm here to share what my whole life, right? Not just my art, but my life. I'm real. I'm not here to um tiptoe around topics and whatever to maximize the most money, right? That's the bottom line. I'm not here. Um, So for me, talking about marijuana, even about my mental illness, I know talking about mental illness on YouTube, I lose viewers, I lose money, I lose subscribers because there's a lot of people out there that don't believe, right? That believe that, and take no offense, but there's a lot of people that believe you can pray it away, and I believe in prayer, right? I believe in all that type of positive aspect, all of that type of stuff, but just like with somebody that has diabetes, you can pray all you want, but you need insulin, right? And I'm going to get hate mail about, oh, I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Like my point is, guys, that I was diagnosed a long time ago. I've been off and on my meds for a very long time, like off and on, off and on, off and on, which is the case with most people that have mental illness. And because when you feel better, you think you don't need them anymore. It's a really crazy, and crazy is not the right word, but it's this, catch 22, right? Or dichotomy, or whatever the right word is. I don't know. But I don't know. The only way I can hi Patty, sorry guys. The only way that I can manage my anxiety right now, especially the last 2 weeks, is smoking weed. And I love to smoke weed. That's my problem. So I don't know. Maybe I do have an addiction, and that's why I'm using it right now to self-medicate. Not all the time, only at night, right? But you know, the CHS is going to come back, and I can't risk that, and I can't do this. So I have to. I have no choice but to go and do this. So that's the. I don't want. I am back and back for good. So, mental illness. Well, I truly believe that it's not my fault, but it's my responsibility to manage, right? It's my responsibility to go and get the help that I need. And for me, going to the psych ER, which I'm telling you, it's what I need. And um, I can't go through another CHS attack. And yeah, I can manage my anxiety with marijuana, but I can't. It makes me sick. It makes me physically sick, very physically sick. So, you know, um, I'm starting to feel a little bit sick again. And I guess that's the thing with CHS is that even though, I start smoking weed again, even though I'm smoking very little and only at night, it's coming back faster and faster. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not going to go into, but I've smoked very little, but it doesn't matter. Right. So, yeah, I need, that's the thing. I need the help. And I feel like I don't want to let you guys down, which is why I came on here to say, I'm taking the right steps. I just have to do this. Like what is going on right now with protests has really messed me up. Has put me into this I'm not drinking any coffee. I'm drinking the really unhealthy uh orange pop. Literally just flavored sugar, but I appreciate just for you guys to say. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, and I've been trying to push through it anyways, and then when, like, these past couple times, like last Wednesday when I was already struggling with what was going on, right? And then I come here and I start heating freaking Javex bleach, and then I get a head, like, anyways. I'm no, yeah, it's not about doing the art. It is the time to go to the ER. It absolutely, it is an emergency. Thanks, Dan. I mean, I'll be back. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm showing up right now. I'm just trying to tell you. Like, I guess I hide a lot. I always have wanted to be the strong one, right? The lead, whatever. And I hid a lot of stuff. And then if why I always hid from people, right? I don't want to be that one person that comes on in the chat and be like, I have a headache and I have this and I feel depressed today and I'm so anxious. Like, that's never been me, right? I always want to put on a good, strong front. So rather than answering questions like people in chat saying what's going on or whatever, it's easier for me just to go away. You know what I mean? Hi, Mickey. Good to see you. Hello, everybody. I know I've been talking and I haven't been saying hello to everybody or anything like that. So not going right now, but to get back on the medication and the proper CAMH is the best place for me now. The best place. So, and that I've had friends, I know people that have taken, done program CAMH, daily stuff. Like, so I might get into a program where I can go downtown every day or whatever. But, I've got a proper mask. I have to go. My mental health. I mean, I've put it. I shouldn't say put it off, but it's been 2 months, right? 3 months now since this COVID stuff almost, and I've been trying to work the proper channels. They're doing online stuff, but I need to go see someone so I can. Sorry, I'm feeling mental. Thanks, Jill. I'll assume that is a. Thanks for your support. But like I said, people use. I never use my mental illness is a reason I do some of these things, but I can't use it as an excuse. It's still my responsibility to get the help that I need, and unfortunately, it does so. Anyways, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. tomorrow or Friday, depending on when Simon gets paid. And like I said, I do not have any suicidal ideation at all. So I don't think they'll hold me. But who knows? They might have to do not mental tests. I might have to do other like hospital tests to see that in the last 6 months has the CHS, like has my body degraded any further. Anyways, let's look at what I bought at Dollarama. I'm just letting everybody know. A lot of people what yeah. So that's what's going on over here. So at Dollarama today, I had to throw out a lot of stuff. We got some white tissue paper just to stamp and collage with, because I had to throw that out because it had water damage. Can't go anywhere without buying napkins. Look how nice this one is. Dollarama is a Canadian dollar store. I just open it to see what. Oh, I thought that was like a little collage piece, but it's not. Like there's no. That's more. What are those flower stemmy things called? There's a word for it. I forget. Some watercolor looking ones. Like I don't know if I'll use them for art or for actual napkins. I needed some new skewers. So I bought the pointy skewers to write with my mark making and Sumi ink, and then the not so pointy ones. And then look at, I needed to buy this. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that, my friend. Like I said, I am back and back for good, so that means that I have to do it. Anyways, so who remembers Jane, our wonderful friend Jane, sent me a long time ago a splotter. It was, and what she did was take, now I don't know how am I going to get it out, but she took the broom, just like, I almost, I think you can just cut it. Let's see. I bought some cheap scissors at the Dollarama. Don't do that. Maybe this isn't the right broom. I actually thought that the bristles went up into there. This isn't going to work. I thought that they were longer. But all she did was take some broom. I need an elastic. This one is, yep, bad. All right. If you were an elastic, where would you be? Is this one bad? I've got a lot of elastics around me, but they're all. Anyways, all she did was take some. This isn't long enough. It fooled me. I thought these went all the way up. Yeah. Hey, Shauna. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, this was first time I left the house myself in 7 weeks. And I knew, like I think that was part of my anxiety too, the past week and a half. Like I knew I'd had to go soon. So anyway, yeah, the Tim Holtz one, exactly. It's, so if you got a proper elastic, a rubber band that is not old, you just band it up and then dip it in your paint and you do this. Da, da, da. So I don't know if it'll work with this one. We'll have to, when I find some elastics, we'll have to try that. Barb Owen told me I needed a lint roller to clean off my table, especially to clean off my desk, especially when I use UT and stuff. Because UT, it blows a little bit and then it just goes absolutely everywhere. Hey, Kathy, I apologize. I know I was talking, so I didn't say hello to everybody. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Patricia. Debbie. I got some beautiful paints from Debbie today, but they are a little, because it was hot. Today in Toronto anyways, or where I was, it was 100 degrees with the humidity. So I opened and peeked in a couple of them, but they are a little bit soft. So I'm letting them sit a little bit. I'll be able to show you those on Saturday. Oh, the one I opened up, it was this beautiful, like, shimmery lavender. So I'm excited about those watercolors from Debbie. I need more strands. Yeah, Tracy, like about 3 of them. Now, Debbie is smart. Listen, she says, try getting a bottle of the pour paints in white or black for splots on the ready. So I'm not adding the water. Oh, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. So I don't know if you said, where did it go? Now I can't go to the Dollarama without going down a stationery aisle, and they had and buying a book. I have a million, but I can't not. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at it, my friends. Like I need another sketchbook, like a hole in the head, but I could not turn this down. And it was $4, and it was made in. It says Dollarama was a Montreal company, but made in Vietnam. And I remember, if you read Linda Berry's the syllabus book, the they had a blue onesie. They had Linda Berry suggests comp books. She likes the paper that's made in Vietnam. I guess it may be depending on what type of pulp fibers they use. So it's rough. It's rough. So I won't be able to, I think I might, like I already wrote this note, like maybe I might use this book for only pencil. I was organizing some pencil cases out there too earlier today. So I think I might use it only for $4. And it's gorgeous. Exactly, Kathy. $4. So I think I'll do only, and I'll show you in a moment what the books I've been reading for the past couple days. So anyways, and then I couldn't resist. You're gonna hate me. Maybe you're not gonna hate me. You're gonna believe. Come on. Do you think that I could pass this $2? And it was $2. So comic books in Canada are a little bit more expensive than in the US. But it was $2, my friends. And they're like watercolor swatches that I like. They're wide ruled. I like college ruled better than wide ruled. When I write, I just think, like, I write smaller, so I feel like I like to call it, but I couldn't not. For $2, Debbie got a set of these ones, four for $11. American. I saw them on Amazon, but when I first saw them on Amazon, if you Amazon Canada, anyways, if you read some of the reviews, it said that some of them didn't come with this cover. You know what I mean? So I didn't buy that, but four for $11 American. So I got a steal. Oh no, the paint. Oh, never mind. I thought Debbie was. You can buy these on Amazon though. Debbie was talking about the flow paint. You can buy these. I've seen them on Amazon. These are probably seconds. Like, look. Oh, I didn't look carefully enough. I just saw the yellow one and I grabbed it. Look at that. Let me see. Does that mean that it's not sewed? No, it looks like it's okay. Anyways, for $2, I couldn't say no. Well, I guess I could have said, what the heck? What is this? Oh, this was on the, because you had to buy the brooms, like the way they sell brooms, they sell them they sell the handles and the things separately. So I did get a new book. Uh-oh, did I leave it there? I got a new book in the mail. I had to order it. I ordered it from I don't know, half price books, something, one of the used ones. Let me see if I just left it in the note there. I did. It's just right here. Hope you didn't see my butt there as I bent over, reached out the door. These are the books I've been reading lately, so I'll talk about these. I've had these ones for a while, but I found this one. I got it today. So it's Lisa Congdon. It's A Glorious Freedom: Older Women Leading Extraordinary Lives. So the glory of growing older is the freedom to be more ourselves, to become more liberated, engaged, empowered, and to worry less about what other people think. Contrary to popular wisdom, with age, women gain the liberty to pursue bold new endeavors, becoming happier and more at home in the world. In this richly illustrated volume, author and artist Lisa Congdon explores the power of women growing older and thriving. From best-selling authors Cheryl Strayed and Carolyn Paul to supermodel turned activist Christy Turlington and advanced style icon Ilona Smithkin, essays by and interviews with individuals who have changed careers, found creative fulfillment, discovered new loves, demonstrated athletic prowess, and rejoiced in a true sense of self. Profiles of women in history who accomplished incredible things at an older age, and honest quotations from diverse field of inspirational figures, all lavishly illustrated in Congdon's signature style. Whew, that was a tongue twister. So it's a chronicle book. It was copyright 2017. So I had to find it on a used. I think it was a used book. Hi Jane. Hi Julie. Everybody I miss. Hey Sarah. Good to see you, my friend. All right. So I'll just flip through really quick. So it's another. I love these type of books. There's art on the one side, Lisa Congdon's art, and it talks about, there's some of them are interviews. Vera Wang. So it's a little art a little art inspiration. My apologies for my camera auto focusing. And you get to learn a little bit more about other people. So I'm looking forward to reading that. There was one, I just happened to flip by this one woman that didn't start painting until she was like 90 or something. Now probably won't be able to find. Grandma Moses had never so much stepped inside an art museum when she first picked up a paintbrush at age 76. Even though her painting style was eventually compared to those of Henry Rousseau, and I cannot pronounce his name, she went on to become one of the United States' most well-known artists, beloved for her primitive depictions of rural farm life. And then it talks about her biography. But that type of thing, that's inspiring. She never did any art until she was 76 and then became, So I'm really going to enjoy, I think, reading that book. So what I've been reading the past couple days, I have two books. Both of these are older. I've had them for a while. This one's Playing with Sketches, 50 Creative Exercises for Designers and Artists, because I want to use my sketchbook more. This was published in 2014. But what's fun about this, is it talks about tools, or say, for example, it talks about anatomy of your tools, right? But it has different artists' examples or thoughts from different artists, right? So talks about the tools Lapin uses. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. So somebody named Mikko Sommer. Then it shows these are different artists. So anatomy of your tools, drawing calisthenics. So there's different, I've done this exercise before. Parallel lines, dry brush. Anyway, so I think I'm going to try to do some of these exercises. I need to choose some of these books. Like I have so many books that have all these exercises, and then I don't ever do any of them. Non-dominant hand, draw your walk home. So then there's applying the basics. Anyway, so I've been reading through this, and then this is an older one too that I've had. Some of you guys probably have this as well. Let's Make Some Great Art by Marion Duchar. Hey Sherry, hey Kathy. Anybody I missed? Yeah, so I'm mad at Eileen. Not really. So she was talking about the other day, I don't know if we were watching Patty or whatever. And she was going on about Tim Holtz and Tim Holtz using his distress crayons on a jelly plate. Or I don't know. There was obviously some type of miscommunication, because I was like, how did Tim Holtz use what was this secret technique that he used his things on the jelly plate? I watched the 2 hours and 41 minutes, the entire thing. And there was not one mention of a jelly plate. So then I tweet Eileen and she's like, no. I was just asking if you did use them. But I had some good laughs watching Tim. He was going on a rant about heat guns and craft tools. So, anyways, it was interesting. It's so weird. Who's with me? I've like taken classes with Tim live for, the first one in 2004, right? Or 3 or whatever it was. So to hear him say makers, like, like that show, instead of crafters or art or whatever, he says makers. I can't get used to it. See, Patty, even you thought so too. Exactly, Patty. I watched the entire thing. Exactly. I'm like waiting for and it was a Facebook Live, so you couldn't it's not like YouTube where I could watch it at 1.5 speed or whatever. Like he did not use them on Jelly Plate, but what did he say? I just thought it was interesting. It was interesting watch. So, anyways, this book was Let's Make Some Great Art. It's is it even going to tell me? 2011. So I don't know if you can. But I have so many of these books that you're supposed to fill in and do whatever. So I think I am going to kind of tanagram. Ooh, I have an app on my phone about tanagrams. Anyways, I think I'm actually going to start using this. You can see I've went through it and I flag certain things. Oh yeah, remember the other day we were talking about collage, and I was saying Matisse was born in France in 1869. He's known for work using extraordinary bold colors. When he was older, Matisse's health began to fail. Confined to a wheelchair, he started making collages, a technique he called painting with scissors. That's where I first read it. So this one particularly has some information about some famous artists. Make a face, color me in. So I've done a couple of exercises out of this before in my art journal, or excuse me, in my sketchbook. Like instead of doing it here, I did it in my sketchbook instead. I swear, let me tell you, Patty, was it on your video? Because we're going back. I gotta go look at the chat, Eileen. I swear you said. No, I don't know. I that's what I took from it, anyways. It was good. It was interesting. It reminded me about a lot of stuff. I surely did not know that Ranger has so much paper out, cardstock. Like, wow, he really has a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, I'm so far behind on all of that. All right, where did I put my journal? After I removed all that stuff. There it is. So I wanted to find. Let me just go in my little this basket I've got here. What time is it? Ooh, 21:35. I wanted to see some music sheets. Just seeing what I have in this little bin here of random stuff. Napkins. I don't think I want to use any napkins tonight. Well, you never know. All right. This I think I can use. Somebody sent me this. My apologies. I can't remember who. I think I'll be able to use that. So this is back to my composition book. You saw my other one that I took the other one apart. This is the one that I worked on first. That's still together this week or sometime when I feel motivated. I've got to recover this bad boy. So I'm gonna do maybe finish a page or two in here. See how it goes tonight. Thank you everybody for being here. If you missed the beginning, yeah, go back and listen. Hi, Linda. No, but I did like the crayons. So if you watch that Tim Holtz live, and you can go to his blog, Tim Holtz, on his blog to watch all the lives, the Facebook lives. The one I watched about the distress crayons. First, I laughed because he said they were a unique product because we all know they're exactly the same as that other company, just different colors. Anyways, but that one technique where he used gold paper. Hey, Colleen. He used gold paper and then embossed those sentiment, a word sentiment with gold embossing powder, and then use the crayon, which I think you wouldn't have to use a crayon. You could, anyways, he used the crayon anyways to distress it, and it really looked like raised, like embossed. I took notes, Sarah, for my Animal Crossing, but I have not done a journal. I painted Tipper, but I have a book dedicated to it, but I just kind of take notes every day of what I do, but I haven't done any like art with it. But I'm still all about my Animal Crossing. I play every day. I love it. Yesterday, Red was on my island. Only people that play Animal Crossing. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Red is the guy who sells the art, right? The character. I'm flipping through to find out which page I want to do first. So Red is a guy that comes to your island to sell you art for your art museum. Well, since the update, you only see him once every 3 weeks. Like, anyways, it's so frustrating. My art museum's never gonna get filled. Long story short, though, he came yesterday, and all 4 things were fake. So because he can sell you fake art, and all 4 things he had on his boat were fake. I'm like, I've waited 3 weeks to see you, and everything was fake. Your first was Starry Night. My first was Girl with the Pearl Earring. And then, so I bought the fake Da Vinci yesterday, and Jane came over, visit my island, and bought something else fake. All right, so this page is kind of speaking to me. No, I think I'm gonna work on just this side. I like what's going on here. I like what's going on everywhere here. That's the hard part. But because I haven't been feeling so good the past couple days, I haven't done. Yesterday I didn't do any art at all. I did a lot of reading, but like I said, I'll be taking care of that in the next couple of days. That's a hot mess. It's too much. Oh, maybe over here. I kind of like this. Let's just go with it. We might do more than one. So in that book, and I've been thinking about rubbings for a long time, or I don't even know if it was one that I marked. And if I'm not pronouncing it right, it's called frottage. Frottage, which is just another term for rubbing. And I haven't done. I can remember going to a graveyard in probably grade 6 or 7, and doing some rubbings off gravestones. But that's probably the last time. I remember seeing it on this side, so that's why I'm looking. This book doesn't have a index. Picasso. Anyways, I didn't know that there was a whole fancy word for rubbing, but apparently there is. Frottage. And if you go with a dictionary my dictionary app, it also means something else that I won't say out loud, but I had a good giggle. Oh, there we are. Frottage. Coming from a French word frotter, to rub, in frottage the artist uses a pencil or graphite stick and makes a rubbing over a textured surface. Here they've used some coins, paper clips, string, wood. Use the edge of your pencil, make some rubbings, and everything around you. But I think what I want to try to do, what made me think, is finding, I wanted to kind of maybe use book paper, but I'll take this little piece and see. Now, what do I want to use? New pastels. If you were some new, one moment, please. I'm trying to think of what else. Well, you can use anything. I don't think I want to use like a water-soluble crayon. I like my new pastels, but finding them could be a challenge right now. I found some light bulbs. I don't know where I would have put that. And that is up there. See what happens? Should not be cleaning up. Should not clean. Oh well, we'll just use that. I think I have some charcoal sticks in here. This is a cheap Royal Atlantical. It was like a sketching set. I think it came with something. I don't know. I think I bought it because of these willow thingy-me-doos. How do you like that for technicality? I know, Linda. Are they called willow? I forget what these are called. Anyways, what do we got? We have royal hard, medium. There's 2 mediums, 1 hard and 1 soft. So we'll try some. So I figured one thing I don't use a lot, we talked about them the other day, were my embossing folders. And remember I said I use them on my jelly plate and that I clean them. I obviously did not clean them all. So this is a Tim Holtz texture fade, the one that looks like paper. Yeah, so that needs to go into a bath. So I have some, that's a Christmas one. We don't want that. That's music. Music against music will be strange. Another Christmas one here again. How terrible. That's a cool pattern. I have the one this is the world one. And then ornaments. That's another Christmas one. I only grabbed a couple. So I'm going to try it. I would like to try it with, let's see. I'm trying to figure out, so they've got the raised part. Yeah. I'm going to put it here. See what happens. Should we use medium? So let's see. And maybe on top of like book papers, not going to show. Well, especially if it's black on. Yeah, that's black on a black and white print. Where are those Razzle-Frazzle new pastels when you need them? Where would I put them? What else can we use, my friends? Black. Because if when I say new are they new pastels? Yeah, the Prismacolor ones. Welcome to real life. This is real life. I am actually going to go one more time and look under here because that's where they are. It's just I don't have to take out every Razzle-Frazzle thing to find them. That's what we'll have to do because they're perfect for this technique. I have this. It should only be a couple of moments. Pan pastel. Oh, there they are. Oh, maybe they're not called new pastels. Prismacolor art sticks? I thought they were called something else. New pastels. What are new pastels? Are they made by Sakura maybe? And it was something I wanted to buy and that's why it's on my mind. But the Prismacolor woodless colored pencils, but I think they have a different name. These are what? Sweet loving goodness. All right. Soon I need to get back to. Oh no, now it's on something else. All right, now we're good. So let us try. They might be called something different. They look like this. And so now if I take this over, well, let's try something. This one that has, so bad that still has paint on it. And I did that. I don't even know if I did that here. I might have. Anyways. So this page has greens and blues, and let's do a purple, shall we? New pastels are just hard pastel. They're about a 1/4 inch square. So they are. So, okay, thanks, Sarah. So I guess this is just so old, and Jane and everybody answering me. Maybe it's just because I've had it so long they don't call them like that. Anyways, so let's try it again with the new pastel. Ooh, look how nicely that is going. And I suppose, I mean, you could get out my Inktense blocks or something and then spray it with water. That might be fun too. Little purple on top. I think I wanted to use book paper. Let's see. I should be able to find book paper fairly easily, don't you think? Because I think if it was just on like a regular I know where there is one for sure. Just gonna rip a page out of one of my old books over here. The Frog Prince. Just take a book sheet. I mean, I guess you could rub anything, but I'm gonna rub a little red, a little purple, a little blue. Again, over that, harder to see, right? What do you guys think? Is it too busy? Does it look cool? Let's try a different. This was always, I mean, I guess because it's notebook paper. It was always one of my favorite Tim Holtz. One of my favorite. Oh, was I rubbing on the wrong side? No. What I'm trying to, so if you see like there's the raised side, the positive and the negative, or the male and female. Now I'm talking like mechanical terms. Anyways, I think this is the male side. The side that sticks up a little bit. Let's try that down here. We'll do a darker green. Oh, that's cool. Maybe harder, and I almost line that up perfectly. Look like it's a underlining stuff. Ooh, that gives me an idea. You could kind of only rub. Oh, that's cool. I don't know how well you guys can see. My apologies. Again, it's just I have to buy a couple apps for my Eileen will laugh. Like, do they have to, my friends? I sure can try it in red. Does Mac have to do everything backwards to Google, like to Windows, like on purpose? So here I am on the internet, right? And I'm like, hello, it's not moving. And then I realized it's the opposite way. That you scroll. Like I don't have an iPhone either. I have an Android. So I'm like, I'm used to scrolling a certain way. So I'm like, I'm like, it's not moving. The cursor's not moving. What am I doing wrong? Then I realized the keypad is the opposite. Like it's a fight. It's a struggle. All right, little red. Little red. It took me, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds before I'm like frustrated. I'm like, why is this not scrolling down? I want to see the thing. And then I realized it. Oh, then I'm trying to close the window. And I'm like, where's the X? Of course, there's no X because there is no window. But I'm like, how do I close this? How do I close this? So there's a little red there. Let's do. There is a number on this one down here. You want Timmy's numbers, but I mean, you can't watch Tim and not want to buy like so many stamps and oh my god, like it just reminds me of all the cool stuff he has. You know what I mean? So I moved. It's not coming out quite right because I moved the paper. Now, Inktense blocks. If you are an Inktense block, I'm trying to think if I have one close. I have the art bars close, but what about Inktense? Those are art bars, which are gonna fall everywhere. Yep. Can't use those. I'm curious though that if you let's use a water soluble something. Surely I have some water soluble something around here. Should we try Tim Holtz Distress Crayons? I shouldn't have said that out loud because Eileen will be like, yes. Here's a blue one. But I think if I could, I don't know where my Inktense blocks are at. Well, what is that? No. Inktense blocks. Did we see the Inktense? I don't know where they are. But I'm really curious about Inktense. You can use an Inktense pencil. That I can find fairly quickly. Here's an Inktense. This one happens to be Sienna Gold. I'm gonna do another. I wanted to do it on book paper, do rubbings on book paper, because I thought it would give it a little bit of extra something. That's just random something. Let's see. Let's try. I'll do it again on here, just on the bottom. Am I on the male part? Yes, the raised part. I'm curious about what will happen if I spray this with water. And, you know, if you had Inktense blocks, I just don't know where mine are at the moment. And you've already seen me look for things too long today. Let's see a little. Oh, I shifted my paper. I guess that's why it's good to tape it down. Can you see? Oh, my hand's in the way. I'm trying to hold the paper down. It's a little red, little orange. Let's make it. And a little yellow with the new pastel. Oh, that's not coming out at all. The yellow. Well, I mean, it's coming out, but the yellow is so... Can't really see. Can't see the pattern. You can't barely see the pattern because it's yellow. Maybe? Not. Aha! Yeah, so the yellow showed up a little bit. So we've got the orange down here. Now, I have so many misters. I have the ginormous one. I guess that's my only option at the moment because I'm not going to be decanting water from here into a mini mister. So I'm just going to go behind me here and spray a little bit. So you see it. And again, the one thing that I really agreed with Tim was he was talking about like paper matters. So if you're trying different products and it's not working out like Tim does or anybody, any demo or whatever you're seeing, you know, try it on a different paper. But that made it a little watercolory. Watercolory, that's a word, right? Windows 10's making you drink. Exactly, Linda. And I was just getting ready. Welcome, Susan. I was just getting used to Windows 10. Yeah. I like that a lot, actually. I like the 3 different colors. And it's sunk in a little bit. Let's see. If I move it around with my finger, what'll happen? Maybe I'll move it up. So again, just bear with me, guys. I'm learning my new computer. I just have to wait till Simon's payday to buy a few apps. The camera app that I want to use is like $10, and then you have to buy StreamYards or Streamlat, like pay for it and all that. So I like that a lot. Not yet, Ali. No, I'm still learning, and I've got to buy the app. The apps I need to buy will be about $30. So hopefully Friday I'll have that. But watch the beginning. It's very important. Like if you want to know what's, I talked for the first 20 minutes or so of my video, I talked about some important stuff, about personal stuff. So if you want to watch that later and check it out, just in case I'm not around tomorrow or Friday or Saturday. So over here, I think it's cool down on top of how that book paper, how that paper embossing folder looks on top of the book paper. Oh my gosh, it was hard to get out. All right, let's see. Oh man, now I really want to find my Inktense blocks. Where would they be? I'm trying to think. You guys remember when I cleaned out that, what is that up there? Well, we could try some, excuse my shirt. Dina Wakley scribbly sticks. Let's try those. Again, this is not the best paper, I suppose, for this. Oh, no. Things are falling. All right. Let's see. I've got a lot of paint. Do I have paint on these, or is this molded? No, I must have had paint on them because there's white paint there. All right. Let's do red because somebody requested red earlier. Making sure I'm on the male side, not the female. Yeah. I mean, you could do either side. I just think the one side might be. Look at that, my friends. And again, maybe, you know, the world file folder, excuse me, embossing folder for this particular one may not go with the book, with the music note paper. But the scribbles, these are hard. Now, I've had these for a while, so maybe they're always hard. I don't know. I can't remember. To be honest, I can't remember. Bye, Sarah. So wonderful to see you, my friend. So wonderful to see you. Visit me one time if you see my farm, my island open. That came out really clear with the scribble stick. Now, let's give that, instead of spraying this with water, I'm going to activate it with one of my old Lindy Stamped Gang Moonshadow mists here that I've been using recently. Let's see, Crow's Nest. Oh no, it's not Crow's Nest. That's just with water. Never mind, because I was using that. I used up Crow's Nest copper. Buccaneer Oh Blood Red. Let's try it. So they look different. Moonshadow mists. If you go online now, they look totally different. I've had these for a while. But Moonshadow, the Moonshadow line is the mica in walnut stain. Oh, walnut stain ink. So let me spray this over here, see what happens. Absolutely nothing. Just trying to rub it down here a little bit to see if the Dina Wakley scribble sticks here will move at all. All right. I need a napkin, a baby wipe. Is Cheryl? Hi, Cheryl. Bye, Cheryl. Thanks, guys. If Cheryl's gone, I didn't know if she was just saying goodbye to Sarah or what. So this Moonshadow mist is, what did I say it was? Bucket O Blood Red. So the mica in it is going to be red. But it didn't really move that, the Dina Wakley scribble sticks. I mean, maybe down here where I used my finger a little bit. Let's see. Do one of my water brushes actually have water in it? Can it be? Nope. I have to keep this front and center. Hot Mess Express over here. I'll just use whatever, a brush I have in water. But again, this paper may not lend itself to, you know, really be moved because that's not moving too much. And in what you see there, because I used the red, that's like just a big glob of the mica, which is awesome. Night, Debbie. Ooh, Ali's going to attempt to draw a raccoon for Doodle Wash June. Good luck, my friend. And is today's a couple people's birthdays? I thought I saw. Today's Patty's birthday. Perfectly Patty and Kathy Arbor. Happy birthday, my friends. If that is true, I think I saw it unless it was a different day, because I've been trying to stay away from social media, guys. No offense to any of you. It's just Things get me really frustrated. So I'm liking those scribbles. All right, so back to this. I'm getting sidetracked over here. We have our little pieces. We have this. I like that a lot. This piece down here. Still quite wet. Super wet down there. That's not the colors I wanted to use. I don't even know if I'm going to use it on this page after I did that. But it's fun making some collage-y stuff. I think I just might. We'll put that there. We can make another one. So that's a little bit of blue and green. Let's do a little bit more greenish on this one then. And instead of that plate, I will use the one that's like book paper. Well, maybe instead of this, no reason I can't use this. The scribble sticks, though, because I think that really went on nicely with the scribble sticks. I must admit. I'm only going to work on this one side of the page, which is what I've got. It's looking a little too boxy. All right. Should I stain these? Because these are done with new pastels, right? Which is a woodless color pencil, right? So these are oil, so it will resist. I can ink these or spray these. What do you guys think? Should we keep them this color? Thanks, guys. Kathy's birthday's today. I thought for sure. Now, I don't know if Patty's, maybe when I saw her post, it was somebody else's another day, but what do you think? Should we leave them that book page color? Because it's a little bit lighter. Or should we stain them? This I'm going to use on another page. Even these little pieces are fun. I like that a lot. I must admit. Cheryl likes them the way they are. All right, because I'm going to do another layer on top of them. This really, let me do a brown. Let's see, what do we got? Umber. Well, first, before I use this, I guess we should try it with one of the Tim Holtz ones, right? I tried it with the thing. I'm going to use those. We'll do another layer, but I'm curious now about this one. So I guess if I want to test it against the scribble sticks, I have to use the same paper. So we'll use more of this music sheet. I'll use the same embossing folder. Make sure I've got the male end here. I don't know. Are they dried up? He talked about them drying up. Because I've had them for a few years. I don't know. Don't think so. Night, Patty. I just saw, and Patty got her make machine. I gotta watch that. I've got a couple of videos, a couple of you guys' videos to catch up on. Okay, so it's definitely softer. So if you probably don't see because my hand is there. I put it the same pressure that I started with the scribble sticks, which was too much pressure, so I lightened it up. So they're definitely, as we knew, softer than the Dina Wakley scribble sticks. So it's still getting a good impression. Impression? It wouldn't be an impression. We still got a good image result. Eileen exhausted you tonight. Oh, it's a good thing I like Timmy Ross. I would have been cursing her the whole time I was watching that, waiting for the jelly plate. No, I enjoyed it. I love the part where he's like, oh, people are going to ask me how these compare to all these other watercolor crayons. He goes, believe me, my friends, type it into YouTube. You'll find a video. I'm like, yes, I have one. I have one. I did it a couple of years ago. We compared, and we did it on all different, like gesso, black gesso, not gessoed, all different types of paper. Anyways, let's give this a quick spray and see what happens. I guess I have to use the Moon Shadow Mist because that's what I used in the last example. So it's doable with the crayons, but, and like Tim said, the crayons won't move unless you move them. So you're not going to get compared to the scribble sticks, which are harder, you're not going to get as a precise image. Image isn't the right word. Result. Ooh, I kind of like that. I might put this on top. I might use this on this though. But I guess it depends if you want it water soluble, if you want it permanent or not. Now I'm curious. The heck is on that? Is that paint? It must be paint because I have it there too. That I opened it, I'm like, wait a second. Don't tell me that's mold. It's not. It's not. Right. But I want to try one last one before we glue some of this stuff down. I'm going to use the Dina Wakley Scribble Sticks in Umber. I'm going to use, let's see. We'll go back to using the book paper one because I like it. Instead, I'll go the other way though. No, I should go the same way. It would probably be better if I went this way. Ooh, that's making noise. So you can definitely tell that the Dina Wakley crayon is a lot harder than the Tim Holtz one. I'll add a different color. This happens to be black. Why do I keep wanting to go the wrong way? Then we'll see if some of these colors merge. And then I'll do red over here. I'm surprised this isn't making the dogs bark. It's taking a long time. I guess if I want, ooh, my camera. My apologies. Autofocusing up a storm. I suppose if I want to see, you know me, I don't like to break it. Oh, when I broke my first Inktennis block, I think I almost cried. But if you did want to break it and ooh, you know what? That just reminded me of something. I have something special from Jane that I can use. This time, I'm going to spray it with water instead of the Moon Shadow Mist, just on the other side. Ow! So I sprayed it that time. It made, look at the red. All right, come on. I better make sure I focus this. It does not like me today. Why does it want to focus? Oh, good. It does not like me. Oh, don't look away from the screen, my friends. Don't look away. You just barely, every once in a while, get a clear image. There we go. So now you see it's kind of blending together. Ooh, I like that. But this spray bottle I have, I think I got it at, I know I got it at Hobby Lobby a while ago. But give me one moment. I'm going to go look out my door. I have like I said, half my art room is out the door here. I thought I did. All right. Anyways, I do have a tin that my friend Jane, it's by my chair. It's not outside my door. in my marker tote case. Anyways, a while ago, my good friend Jane sent me some Neocolor 2s in a little tin for broken up ones for guilt-free rubbing or guilt-free use. That's what I should have brought in tonight. I still have them. Anyways, I won't go there. Yeah, don't blink. Can't blink with this camera. That's kind of fun. I like how it's kind of pooling there. Ooh, as I just stick my finger right in it. I'm going to dry this, and then maybe we'll see if we want to use that instead. I know. How many sets does she have out now, Dina Wakely, of these scribble sticks? This was from 2017, but I think she has more than one set, right? Probably. At that time, did she come up? I know 2, I think. 2, I think. All right, I'm going to dry this. Heat gun. If you've noticed, I put my bracelets back on. So I haven't worked in 7 weeks. And I've always worked in a job that I couldn't wear jewelry. Every job I've had, other than the scrapbook store years ago. Anyways. So I just figured, like I said, I was doing some things, cleaning and organizing in my living room and stuff. And I found my bracelets and I'm like, wait a second. Why am I not wearing my jewelry? There's no reason why. I'm like, I can because I don't have to go. So once that dried, it didn't stay. It just kind of looks. Now again, depending on which embossing folders you have, and I don't have any fancier, any newer one, like ones within the last 3 or 4 years. Let's see. I'll grab a couple more. Ooh, the sewing one. Oh no, the words. Now we've got the. This is so embarrassing. Ooh, these. I don't know if this was a Tim Holtz. No, this is a Provo Craft Cuttlebug one with the script, and this is a Tim Holtz alterations. The sewing pattern one. Ooh, that'll be fun. But the words, let's see. Maybe I'll just add it to this instead of. I'll use a new pastel though, just to see what it looks like on top of book paper. My apologies for my autofocus, guys. Every time I look up, all I see is it freaking autofocusing. Embrace the lag, embrace the autofocus. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I love that. Oh, I have to do more of this frottage. Don't you feel good? Frottage. Say it with me. Those texture plates are still in the bath. Yes. Oh, Elizabeth, because they had a few coats of whatever. Do I have another one or are they all dirty? They're all dirty. Look at this. Wait a second. I really like this. I really like that script. And I did it in a darker color over the watercolor looked one. Oh, I love that. So let's see. Look, I found this. Oh, I'm going to keep this out. That makes me excited. And I want to try this. But hold the fort. We may just be rubbing all night, my friends. At this rate. I'm going to take out a sheet, one of the legal pad here. I'm going to use. Now I'm really curious. You use multiple colors. Let's do the water soluble first. And again, Tim is so right. And everybody, we all say it, right? Paper does matter. So again, I am using paper from a legal pad. So my expectations, let's see. This is the scribble stick again. All right. Oh, that hurt me. That physically hurt me. I tried to be brave, but that hurt. That hurt to do, my friends. That hurt to do. That's traumatizing. You're gonna do it tonight? Glenda, I've been so enjoying your iCAD, your postmodern design, is it? All right, now I can't peel it off. Sweet loving goodness. I guess sometimes, when you're not feeling arty again, go back and watch the first 20 minutes of my stream when this is done to hear what's going on and what I'm going to be doing the next couple days. All right. That's better. So this is on the male side of the texture fade. And this is on the female. So the female side's going to look, let's see, it's going to be different. And some may say better. So you see the differences. So this is the male, the part that just sticks up, and the female side, the part that it goes into. So let's give this a little spritzy spritz. See what happens. I sprayed from a high vantage point, and we're getting some splots. Oh, I like that. Let me purposely make some splots. And I do that by just sticking my finger over the thing. But watching that, Eileen, oh man, I really need one of those glass mats. But maybe I'll only get the travel mat. I have a list. I don't know. Like, there's so many cool things out. I don't even know what to get at first. I guess get what excites me. The Tim Holtz cut, even though I've wanted the Tim Holtz cutting mat since he announced it. So see how it's moving there? I'm going to put this off to the side. The female has depth. Absolutely. Totally. Especially for this particular embossing folder, the female side's a lot cooler. All right, just gonna get another. Oh no! Well, that drip just went drippity. Now it's really a drip. We'll let that dry over there. I wanted to try. I've had these since like I was in. Oh man, a long time. Oh, somebody said she has 3 out. Mid-century modern. Is that what I said? Oh, I said postmodern design? Oh, because I was thinking about mid-century. Postmodern design is an old stamp company. Mid-century modern art. This is where I need some coffee. I gotta check to see if the travel mat, the glass, I don't, that's what, glass mat is something I don't own. All right, now that I've already moved that a couple different times, let me add a little blue to this before I spray it. This is New Pastel, the Prismacolor, which is not water soluble. So I want to see the difference. I'll give this a little spray. Again, if my mini missed it, maybe I need to decant. It should only take me 2 seconds. These are called art crayons, not New Pastel. See, I'm confused. These ones, when I bought them, they're called Prismacolor Art Sticks, woodless colored pencils. But I don't know if they're the same as New Pastels or not. All right. If that's what we were talking about, my apologies if I'm confused, if there is a lag. All right, I'm just putting a little bit of water from this spray bottle into a smaller Derwent one. This is a Derwent little sprayer here. Thanks, Julie. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I feel good. So a little spray. So I don't know how quickly you saw that kind of soften a little. That's the word I'm looking for. They are different. Kathy's telling me they are different. Ew. I thought new pastels were... Anyways, yes, I'm using... My apologies, my friends, all this confusion. Prismacolor Art Sticks. Wordless colored pencils. And Dina Wakely Media. Scribble sticks made by Ranger. I like that a lot. Let's see. What other fun one did I see I had? This. Wood grain. The wood grain one is harder to tell. Well, the male and female, it doesn't really have a male and female. Not as much anyways. There's the other one. I really don't want to break my sepia. But really, obviously, I get a better result. Well, I shouldn't say better. I mean, it's okay like this. It just takes longer. I hate when I hear noises over after I've like moved something and I hear creaking and I'm like, oh no, is there going to be a cracked avalanche? Was there only one brown? For it, yeah. So I will add a little bit of this purple to it. So obviously, depending on which side of the tool you're using, you're going to get a different type of rubbing as well. That's the wood grain. And of course, I mean, you can go take your piece of paper and rub a tree as well. Actually go outside. Spray it a little bit. Those were both water soluble. Simon's out there choking. Wait, one moment. Are you all right?
Yeah, just some water went down the wrong pipe.
Well, he just said water went down the wrong hole, so hopefully he's okay. So over here, you can see how this is turning out. I'm going to try it, actually. He can. I just want to try this a little bit because I want to go back to the original graphite stick. To be honest, I don't know if that's graphite or it must be graphite. I don't think it's charcoal. Again, I'm using legal paper. Hey, Gail. What, pan pastels? We can do that. I happen to have the original set, and I tell the story all the time. Many years ago, when I first started art journaling and I was interested, Tisha Moore was a big inspiration for all of us, many of us. And this is one of her zines. But Tisha Moore, well, that's Lynn Perella's work in there. Oh, I love Lynn Perella's work too. Anyway, I don't know. I must have been looking at her blog or something, and she was talking about she used pan pastels because you know Tisha Moore's signature style, where she's cutting out heads and she collages. You know, we all have seen her style before. Let's see. I was trying to find an example. If there is one of in here to explain why she told me to buy. You know, in this particular one, it's not just Tisha's work, right? So she outlines things, and so one of the things that she had said was to shade things or outline things. She uses I don't think that, no, that's not hers. That's not her work. Anyway, she used pan pastels to outline things. So that's why I got such strange colors. Black, blue, and red. That's the three of them that I bought. Um, but I did because Kathy Arbor made me do it. We love Kathy Arbor. Go check her out. It's Kathy with a K, Arbour, here on the YouTube. Amazing artist. I need to find my tools. She made me buy this portrait set. Oh no! Oh, I thought that. Oh my goodness! I'm having a craft wrench. I cleaned my desk the other day, completely off, and I've already. All right. I haven't used my pan pastel tools in a long time, so one moment. I think they're in here. Well, I guess I could just. Is there a bigger thing? Yes, there is. I'll just use this wedge. Welcome, Miss Lady Diva. Oh no, I have lots of stencils. Like my stencils from Stencil Girl are super thin. They're made super thin to be used on a jelly plate, but there's other stencils. Absolutely, I can try some. All right, I'm going to use one of these wedgy wedge things and see. We'll do it on. This is, again, because I put it on my jelly plate many years ago and then didn't clean them. Oh, it's real over here, my friends. It's real. All right, let's see. I haven't used this. Ah. Now, maybe I had too much on. And maybe, what do you guys think? Is there a better tool? I'm thinking of all the very. Ooh, sorry about that. It's so far works. Softer look. Let's see. I'll add another. I'm not the pan pastel expert, that's for sure. In fact, I'm beyond. I am beyond a novice. I have treasured my pan pastels for years. You deserve to blame, Kathy. Oh my! What did you painted? Oh, check out Kathy Arbor chat. You will not. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed over there. I'm gonna add a little bit of the black, maybe. Like, isn't that strange? Like the 3 pan pastels I bought, and we're talking like I bought these in. Oh, when I first started, probably 2010. Maybe even before that. Anyways, I haven't really used them. I treasured them. And that moved. So let's hope it didn't move too much. Add a little black. Maybe see if I can get some. And paper matters. So maybe, I'm using. So a little bit of black. That didn't go. What other tool? Like, where is my tool? One moment. There's that wedge. What do I have in here? Spouncers. And more spouncers. And foamy bits. And I have no idea what this is. Oh no, those are. I do know what those are. Oh look, my little Judykins thing. Finding everything, but then what? Oh, my binding needles. Well, it was good that I opened this drawer anyways. Okay, I didn't find the tools that I wanted, but I found other cool things. No idea where my other pack. Well, it does look soft. I guess that's the thing. Hey, Virginia. I mean, it's pan pastels, right? It's supposed to look soft. So, So it's different. This makes me think, though. Anytime I think of pastels, I mean, anytime I think of chalks, it's like I have to do the Stamp It Up pop and pastels, right? Like, there's no. Oh, Virginia, I hear that. Let me see. How juicy is my Versamart? It is pretty juicy. I'm curious about something. If I put this down, the wood grain, let's try the wood grain. If I, no, because if I rub this with the pad, it will coat the whole thing and not just, yeah, it's not gonna, I already know it's not gonna work because it'll coat the whole thing and not just the raised part. Talking to myself. I'm gonna add a little bit of this. It's not charcoal. I'm thinking it's just a graphite stick here. I'll add a layer on top of the pan pastel. And maybe, like, I was rubbing pretty lightly, right? Because I'm afraid of them. But on this paper, definitely soft. We can try it on the music sheet paper, because we've been doing that. Everybody seemed to like the female side of the Tim Holtz texture fade with the sewing one. So let's do that. Oh, there's still some black on my I'm the worst. So let's see. That's not showing up at all, but maybe I don't have enough pastel on it. I can barely see anything because that's the female side. So this is the male side. There has to be a better tool. What other tool can I use, my friends? Maybe I'll just use my finger. What does my finger do? That didn't go so well. I'll go back to the gears one. I see something. Yeah, it just kind of blends. It blends. It's not doing. I don't know. I don't know. But let me see. Somebody said use your finger. I wonder if they meant with the Versamark. No, that's going to do the same thing. All it's going to do is make it brighter. Hold the fort. Hold the fort. Let's see. Maybe this texture fade is the one that we can see the easiest. All right, dipping the wrong fingers in the wrong stuff. And this is an old Versamark pad, so let's see what happens. You might, because the Versamark, just like with pop and pastel, like this old Stampin' Up technique, right? The Versamark gives it something to stick to. But that seems like it's more effort than it's worth. But this, I mean, down here turned out nice, but there has to be a better, I'll have to think about that. Oh, you can stamp it, like coat the folder and stamp it. That would be a good idea. But it, yeah, worth a try. Making a mess. I mean, I love how it, not just like, I love how it looks. Because you got a little softer, almost a watercolor effect. And then the harsher one on top from the charcoal, or the graphite, excuse me. I actually kind of like that. Then we can add a third, let's see, just some gears. Let's add the, I really like the script one from, old one from Provocraft. Hold on, I just saw map. I don't have a lot. I don't even know where my sticky thing is for the pan pastels. Anyways, I'm gonna add down here. Let's add orange. And I will use the Prismacolor art stick instead of, I don't want it water soluble, so let's try that. Oh, and we're going to look at a stencil too next. I think I need to add a little red to that. Orange is pretty light. I don't know how well you guys can see. And it did. The graphite left a little graphite mark on that new pastel, but that's okay. I like this little corner. So there was no water involved in that particular experiment. All right, let's see what stencils I just happen to have close to me. Oh no, did my stencils just fall over? I'm gonna cry if it did. Was that what fell when I moved? Oh, I'm not really gonna cry, but I may. Oh no. Razor, not all the way, not all the way. We're good, we're good. All right, here's a pretty thick stencil from, then it also happens to be Gears from Artist Seller. This one has quite a few layers of crusty bits on it, so we might get some very interesting texture with that. Let's see. I'm just going to continue using this legal paper here. It's nice and thin. I mean, it's just regular paper. All right, let's try it. We'll do it with the new pastel. Actually, I think I've done rubbing this frottage on top of stencils for a stencil Saturday years ago. That's nice and easy. Let's add a little purple. Love that. Because those were, well, the purple is water soluble, so I am going to, will not use that spray. I put in my Derwent on purpose. The red makes a big difference. Thanks, guys. So as soon as you spray it a little bit, the scribble sticks, it activates it a little bit and gets kind of, oh, nice. Kind of runs a little bit. So the green is new pastel, or I'm going to keep saying that. I need to find out what new pastels are because I keep talking about them. The art sticks. So it's not water soluble. They're just woodless colored pencil. Exactly, Elizabeth. That's for me was what, like, I haven't used my texture fades in so long, right? And then I was talking about the other day, the last time I used them was on my jelly plate years ago. So I thought it would be something fun. I like that a lot. So stencils, really easy. Even some of my, let's look at mine. Even a thin stencil. I mean, it's got a couple of layers of paint on it. But if you look at my stacked book stencil from Stencil Girl Products, it's mostly made for my crusty bit technique, but doesn't have to be only for that. Let's see. Back to the new pastel. I'll just use black, see what happens. Now, and when I say these stencils are thin, they're super thin, right? They're made for my jelly plate so that I can layer through them. Not all Stencil Girl stencils, some of them come in different thicknesses depending on what. And I moved it. So even the thinnest of thin stencils, it'll still work. Like I'm telling, like my stencils are thin. Technically, they're masks. So even that, let's go over here. Well, we'll do a pink. I'm just breaking off, to use the scribble sticks, I'm just breaking off the bottom piece. Oh, it hurts. But if it's going to make me use them, or help me use them, then it's worth it. They're very hard to peel the sticker off. They really don't want it to come off. Like, it's pretty bad when you have to use scissors to find an edge. This should come off easier. Razor Frazen. I broke this one for no reason because I can't get the sticker off. Hold the fort. My nails are so weak and soft. I can't do anything with them. We're going to have to use purple. I'll fight that later. Fight it later. Now, going against that one is not. So that shifted up a storm. And I'll give it a little spray. But I did the Inktense. Where did that Inktense pencil go? Here it is. I'm curious. I'll use this Artist Seller stencil. And again, if you had Inktense blocks, it would be a lot easier. Oh, and I just shifted it. So if you want precise work, my friends, I definitely suggest taping your rubbings down. Do a little spray. I should have. But the Inktense, I think the Inktense blocks. Man, oh man, I need to bust those. I need to find out where I put them. Because I think the Inktense blocks will be Neocolors Caran d'Ache. I'm thinking, thank you, Susan. Well, Neocolors are Caran d'Ache. I have Neocolor 2s. Well, both of them are made by Caran d'Ache, yeah. But New Color or New Pastels, they might be made by Sakura. I'm confused. Too many good stuff. Too many good stuff. Who learned me how to spoke? So what did we do? So we did some rubbing. So I hope you can, inspires you a little bit. Bust out your texture fades or anything else. Try to do some rubbing, some frottage. Did somebody ask me if they wanted me to use the Neocolors? Oh, the fat, yes, Melody. Oh, well, I'm an 80, and I was born in 78, but in the 80, I can remember these plates, those dolls, and there was 3, like you changed the hair and they were rubbing in the early 80s. Oh, yes. Oh, I can picture that toy now. It was like the head. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Thank you so much. I love thinking about those memories. Oh man, I haven't thought about that type of thing in a long time. I gotta look that up now. Who made that? New colors are really hard pastels, so they're not oil based. Then I mean these have to be, or wax based, I should say, because they're Prismacolor. They're the same. Let's see, what does it say on the back? I don't know how many colors they come in. There's woodless colored pencils. Same lead as Prismacolor Premier colored pencils in a broad stroke medium. Soft, thick leads for easier blending and shading. Never needs sharpening. Available in 48 colors. Sanford. So this says 2009. Imported by Sanford, Canada. Oh, thanks, Kathy. So they're Kathy Arbor and Jane are telling me new pastels are a hard pastel, and art sticks are colored pencils without both by Prismacolor. So I don't have new colors. I just have the art sticks. I really like this little piece right there. So I hope you play around with your different crayons, new colors. Hopefully some of you guys will play around with the rubbing with the pan pastels. If there's another way, if somebody figures out a good way or a good tool, like I wish I had. No, let me try one more time. One more time. Excuse me, I'm gonna get out. Now you're gonna see that I haven't even. My apologies. You see my shirt. Now you're really gonna see the truth. That not only did I buy these a couple years ago, they're not even out of the box. I swatched them. Night Gale. Thanks, Julie. Yeah, so now you know my dirty secret. Okay. Of one of in here. It came with one of these bigger sponges too. Oh, and I did buy the colorless blender, which is why that's in there. Should I try with one of those? One of these funny looking things? Or there's the other wedge. Let's try those. So if you're buying the 20 set, this is what it looks like. There's a bunch of different ones. All right, let's see. This one, I guess, is this one. Right? Hello? Was this supposed to be hard to get on? They were just called fashion plates. Give me 2 seconds. I've got to Google that just 2 seconds. I've got to see if it's the same thing that I'm thinking about that I use or not. Fashion plates, 80s toy. Yes! That's exactly what I had. Oh, what a memory that brings back. Look. Dude, dang it. Oh my goodness. What a memory that they had these things. Fashion plates. Oh man, with the pencils. Wow. That I enjoy those type of memories. I haven't thought about that in a like Oh man. Hi Kimberly. Yeah, Neocolor twos. Absolutely. Is the best option. All right. Should we try it on different paper that has more tooth? But the paper has to be thin enough that it goes through, right? I mean, I'm trying to think of what I have around me that's thin. All right, let's try this again. We'll just use the black. We'll do it over a stencil first, see what happens. So this time I'm using a tool, so maybe I'll have different pressure. Thin sketch paper. Ooh, that's moving. But I'm probably not the best person to research this because I don't have the feel, like I don't know how hard I should be pressing. I haven't used the pan pastels enough. You know what I mean? To know if I'm pressing hard enough. Like I'm not seeing anything there. Let's go back to the script one by Cut a Bug. Something's coming on that one. But I may not be putting enough pressure. I might not be putting enough pan pastel on there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the, I don't know. We'll have to ask the experts, the pan pastel experts in the in the crowd, because me it's not so good. Book page, yeah, because it's not going so well on that. All right. Try it again. No, I think it needs to have a hard edge. You know what I mean? Like, unless I'm using the wrong, not the wrong, but a texture fade that you're not going to see too much from. This is a, not gears. These are that distressed circles, or I don't remember what he calls this one. Yeah, it needs something to stick it. So like somebody said, either I can try to, not this one because it's got paint on it. I can try to add a little Versamark, but this is plastic. It's not going to stamp very well. Might get something. You just develop a touch for it with the pan pastels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have the touch, so, and I don't think, I'm trying to look at the light. Yeah, that, I mean, we'll try, but I don't think anything came off of that. Maybe a little bit. No. It needs to be rubber. I mean, you got the tiniest, faintest of something right here. You can, right there, you can kind of see script. But you need that medium. Now, if I put medium on there, something different, then yeah. Probably just best to use the regular stamps. Just do a regular. If you're going to use. Now, I don't know if I would do, you know, the whole Stampin' Up! Poppin' Pastels, they called it years ago. Probably shouldn't be doing it with, you know, the most expensive pastels I own. But it does work with pan pastels. Hot mess. Hot mess, my friends. Hot mess. Needs to be something hard. And I don't think, like all these sponges, nothing is, like if you think about the crayons, even when we used the Tim Holtz Distress one, right? It didn't come out as, not, it came out differently. I'm not saying it wasn't nice. It just came out differently. Well, we didn't use, this is the one part we didn't try. One last time. Yeah, you could run it through the machine. My machine is nowhere near me at the moment. Shocking. Yeah. You need you need something to have pan pastels to stick to if you're going to do rubbing. Not quite. Which way is the, I gotta look at this close. This is back to the Prismacolor art stick. Little red from the art stick, and then let's see, we'll add a little, well, I guess we'll have to add purple because it's the only one I broke. Well, not the only one I broke, the only one I could get the paper off of. I like this layering of the frottage. I can't roll my R's, my friends. My apologies. I cannot Roll by R's. Even one of my favorites, Alejandro, Lady Gaga's Alejandro. I love that song. Anyways, Alejandro. That song's in my head now. So I just suggest you should hold your paper down. I'm gonna give this a little, or not. Like if you're working on a project, you definitely want to hold your paper down, or tape it down. I should say. I keep saying hold it down. I'm holding it down, but it's shifting. There's a lot of dark mess behind there. I don't know if I'll be keeping that. Speaking of which, I was just thinking something in my head. Now I can't remember what it was. Something I wanted to try. Maybe take a sip of something and I'll think about it. What was I just talking about? We have arts, things, this. Oh, I'm gonna try it on a page. Now, composition book paper is pretty thin already, so we should be okay. But of course, I have a lot of layers of other stuff. So I'm just going to find a page that doesn't have any acrylic or gesso on it. I don't know if there is any, to be honest. Or UT. Is there anything on here? Well, we have this little page that ripped. Let's try it. I'm just going to put the words just like this. I'm going to use the black art sticks by Prismacolor. Oh, yes, my friends. Woohoo! Yummo. Look at that. And it's different. That's a thing. Like, yes, I have script stamps, but there's something about the rubbing that will look different. And again, depending on what you use. It just looks different than if I had stamped it. Oh, and that was easy too, my friends. Let's see. Now we're gonna do some rubbing in this book. Over here, I have this swirl stamp. That's a hand carved stamp. So I'm gonna take this. I don't know what it's called. Does it have a name on it? It's a Sizzix one. I thought it was a Tim Holtz one, but his name's not on it. All right. I don't know if this is the female or the male. It doesn't really matter on all of them. Let us see. So on this page, I will use the purple Dina Wakley scribble stick. And I'm choosing the Dina Wakley scribble. They're harder, right? They're probably as hard as the Neo 2s. So, oh, and I went so far down that I got the edge of the fade too. Didn't really want to do that, but that was easy. Let's see. I'm gonna take. I'm addicted to this script. Addicted is not the right word, but I love this script one. Before I spray it, I'm going to add some of the script with the black new pastel. Look at that. Oh, that's so fun. I'm going to spray the background. Not that this book needs any more water added to it. Hair dryer. So you're just going to get a totally different texture. Ooh, I like it. Let's see. Where is that? I want to use... All right, let's see what happens. I do have... There is some craft paint there. I'm going to use the female side of this texture plate. I'm going to try it. We're just going to try with the black new pastel and see what happens. Will it go through the paint? It does. Look at that. So I do have a layer, kind of a rough scraped layer. of acrylic. I mean, you have to press kind of hard, and it's not the perfect, but I can go through a bunch of layers. It did show up. Night, Kathy. Happy birthday again. I don't know if you heard me say that before. Thanks, guys. So it did work. Oh, I hear it thundering. So I'm about. Oh, did you hear that? It's thundering now, my friends. I was about ready to wrap up anyways. I can hear the rain and banging on my window and the thunder. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna spend all night. One more. Let's do a stencil. I guess the only stencil I had out was this gear one. So let's just do it back